Hey everybody, welcome back to another Survival with Boomer Let's Play episode today. So you might be wondering, what are we doing down here? Why are we in this little cave and why are we hanging down deep? We're down Y11, we're on the base bottom, just outside of the towers. Well, as you guys know, one of my favorite things is talking about going boomer, meaning I don't build small. Right? I don't like to do a lot of small little builds. I don't like to focus on tiny little things. I like to do something big. And I want to do something big that can involve the entire server community. And so I've got the room. We've got the materials being produced by Slime Fun. We're going to dig out, get this, a 200 block diameter circle for an ice boat racetrack. Yeah. We've got Slime Fun making his ice, packed ice, and blue ice. However, this isn't going to be a normal ice track for boats. We're adding the element of, I guess if there were a equivalent of PvP with boats, we're going to add something very similar to it. We're going to call this more like a Mario Kart type racetrack, where there's going to be bumps along the way. You're going to have the ability to stop a player dead in their tracks, to potentially hit them with lava, to have blocks drop randomly on them and have the area flood and have to find a way to get back up. This is going to be probably the most dangerous ice boat racetrack you've ever seen. But we have a huge area to dig out. So I tell you what. I'm going to go into spectator mode and we're going to show you just how big of an area we're going to clear out underneath the base. Give me 1 second. Alright, so you can see we're going to start, actually the challenge we got is we're under a big underwater ravine and right above my head is water. So one thing we might have to do in this massive track, this might have to be like a low ceiling area. Maybe we'll glass the roof so people can see up into the ravine. But just to give you an idea of where this track goes, starting from where I was, about 10 blocks wide. Now at times we will maybe curve the track, come in here a little bit, come out, maybe put some tight S-turns in here to force them to get back. And then we'll continue around. Now we got really lucky in a lot of areas. We just missed huge pockets of lava. I mean, even right below the track. So I do have to be careful, like this area here can't be where I'm going to put some of these pop-up blocks, right? So imagine you're going to have a tripwire hook attached to a string. You drive through that string and a set of pistons pushes up the floor. So anybody to behind you and to the right or the left gets blocked. And they won't be able to continue until that timer logs out and drops the blocks back down. Or they simply find a way around it. So again, same thing. We may come in here. We may cause everything to rise a little bit, come back down, fall a little bit. We might incorporate some piston pushing you up. You hit a certain spot. Maybe we'll come right into my shard farm. Drive through there. Who knows? Again, we got to watch the lava. We'll keep coming back around. And we will work our way. Just missed that bunch of water too. All the way back around here. Hopefully get those diamonds on the way back. So we'll snake this entire track. Yeah, you see you can get a better look. Here's a ravine. So like I said, maybe we'll glass this floor just to give people a really nice look. And what we'll do is we'll run this around the track. Maybe we'll say, $1,000 entry fee, 5 laps, winner wins the pot. Plus I'll throw something in because we'll stream it or we'll record it. So you figure if 10 people get in at a time or 5 at a time, we do the races, get down to the top 5, and we'll find some way to make this a really cool community race event. So first things first, we're going to dig it out. Then right now I have Slime Fun making ice, blue ice, and packed ice for me, so I don't have to go mine it, farm it, or do it. We'll start laying out the track, and then we're going to start designing it. Some places will be really well lit, bright. Other places will be dark and dingy, and that's where you might hide some of those little sneaky tricks that we're going to add. Like I said, it could be a bunch of pistons popping up. Maybe we add lava traps on top of the blue ice and the packed ice. Maybe we have some other things happening. Maybe we've got some mobs trapped in a wall that will fire bows and arrows at you. Who knows? Let's get started. Wow, I'm telling you, this has been an insane process. We have been at this, I don't know how many hours of mining. And this is just the first 2 layers, right? This track is not going to be just 2 blocks high. We're going to go another 5 up all the way around. Oh, good. Super Breaker's back. We do have MC. Whoa! Hey! We're through. Holy cow. This is, like I said, this has just been huge, but we got to go higher yet. We're going to go 5 blocks up from this level. So in most cases, the ceiling is going to be 7 high. There's going to be some decorated areas where we're going to go even higher than that. All it kind of just depends on what that part of the track needs or can look like. We're definitely going to be spending a lot of time on decorations and trying to make it very aesthetically pleasing. We're going to definitely be challenging myself on the creative mode there. But this is just the beginning. So, and I don't even have all the curves in the track laid out. This was just the initial circle. My gosh, this was crazy. So I'm going to take you around the track. So this was our starting point right here. So we'll just kind of give you an idea of how big of a track that we're looking to put together. And again, none of the side diversionals are in there where we're going to have, you know, some S turns, some hairpin turns. Excuse me. And again, we're going to add in some dangerous challenges that people have to get through, some rises, some falls. The nice thing about it is, you know, you can use soul sand as with water above it as bubble columns to force people up. We can have people drop where they're going to have to be willing to go underwater possibly. Whoops, what happened here? We'll fill that back in real quick. And so we're gonna figure out just what we can get away with here, what, you know, mechanics that we can get into. But you see, when I was talking about, this is a pretty long track, right? To get all the way around, and then once we start adding in all the turns and the pivots and the changes, it's going to get even longer. I think what I want to do is just make sure that I've got the track laid out first. You know, even if this was just it, right? If this was all that there was, this is still a pretty long run. But the problem with just this, right, this isn't exciting. I mean, it's cool once or twice going around, but after that, you've seen it, you've done it. So we need to add a lot of those challenges and make this much more competitive, harder to get through. And they're going to be places where we're going to, shall we say, deliberately try to stop people, in addition to what they can do to each other. We might put some carpets in. We might add, like I said, possibly some waterfalls. But that's the entire track getting all the way around. So I need to go through now and work on clearing up as well as laying out the hairpins. So I think we're going to get the track itself put together first. And once I know exactly where I want to go, then we'll start working on and using MCMMO, or I'll go get a couple of beacons and we'll come down here and just knock this out. So let me get started. Well, guys, I got to tell you, this is awesome. I can't wait until we get this built out, we get the track in, and we get to have the race. So let's take you through the track real quick. So this is starting at turn number 1, coming in. You've already seen this part, right? The big circle we go around. Now, you're going to be on ice. This won't have anything. It's going to start out like a normal track. You won't see any obstructions. There might be some carpet or two. Now, there will be a barrier wall coming across here to force you to go to the right. Now this is where this starts to get interesting. Not only do we narrow down the track in a lot of places, but we've added a lot of left and right turns, some S turns, some hairpin turns. We're going to make this track really hard to navigate at high speed, and a lot of this is going to be blue ice. We're going to look at how thin that narrow opening is, right? So it's going to continue to force you to go down. I got to go back and get those diamonds out of that ceiling too. All right, now, oh, wait a minute. Now we're coming up to another barrier. Okay, what do I do? Hey, oh, look at this. We're going to come into the shard room, the shard farm, right? And we'll decorate this out. Just a quick hairpin in and out. Okay. And now from here, as we continue down, we're going to start to see more and more of these obstacles that you won't be able to get over. There'll be walls built in. Some of these, like you just saw, are very short. Others will be intricately weaved within the room that was allowed. And again, we're going to make the hallways much narrower, harder to navigate. And in some cases, these are going to sneak up on you very quickly. You're going to get almost no notice, and I think a lot of people are going to crash into those barrier walls that we're going to put up. So now we get going. We'll speed things up here just a little bit. There we go. So imagine we're at boat speed, right? Oh, we come into this turn. Okay, so this is kind of like simulating boat speed. You can see this is going to be hard. We got some of these in here are really windy. I mean, even I'm, got somewhat of control here, and I'm still struggling. I'm not even in the boat yet. I mean, okay, all that just to get back out to the main track. Here we go again. Oh, there's another barrier. We better get over here. Oh, wait a minute, what's going on? Now we got another one of these. Oh, hairpin turns. So you can see this is, oh, and look at that. When we come to the end, we got natural roadblocks. This is not going to be an easy boat trip to navigate by any means. Man, I'm telling you, I just want to play this as a player, much less be able to host the races. So, guys, I think we're going to wrap this up here. We've been working on a ton of this, and I want to get this going, but there's so much here. I don't want this episode to take that much longer to get done. Obviously, I still have a ceiling I've got to dig out. I got to dig out the floor. I got to lay in, I'm guessing, at approximately somewhere in the neighborhood of 25,000 blocks of ice, maybe a little bit more. All the traps and everything else, we got a long way to go. So guys, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for supporting the channel. If you haven't yet, consider subscribing. And as always, when you're playing Minecraft, you gotta go boomer or you gotta go home, baby. We'll see you later. Watch out for them speed bumps.